My name is Young Kang. I am a Korean American from New York. I'm a serial entrepreneur who has lived in Singapore for about 6 years. I solve big problems, I think, in the most creative way that I can. And so I do that through starting companies. I'm a serial entrepreneur. My first company, Awaken Group, solves them for large companies and governments through strategy, leadership, and design. And my new company, Nobi, solves it using technology. So Nobi is a mobile-first platform for learning and for knowledge sharing, to empower people to both teach and also to learn in bite-sized ways. And so both of these companies and any future companies I start will always be to solve problems in a very, very human way. I think of transformation design as, maybe to make it simple, design thinking 3.0. So if design thinking 1.0 was about product and service design in a more human-centered way, then 2.0 was experience design. I think 3.0 is about sustainability and scalability. How do you really facilitate human-centered thinking for large systems, organizations, even countries? And so in order to do transformation design, you need multiple disciplines. So we actually integrate business strategy with leadership, which is the people side, and design in order to really think about inside out, the culture, the values, the purpose, as well as your customer-facing processes, your customer experiences, even physical spaces in a holistic way to really help an organization meet its purpose. So one of our clients last year is GovTech. GovTech is probably one of the world's leading agencies, government agencies on technology for the nation. It serves 99 or supports 99 different government agencies and statutory boards. So it's responsible for the whole IT system and infrastructure for the whole country. We were the lead advisor working with them at Awaken, and we had to create a whole new agency from scratch. But you had 1,700 people from the old government agency moving to a new government agency. Now, the transformation is actually about the mindset. They were going from old government agency to transformative tech organization. This is a completely different organization. It requires a mindset shift, a huge transformation of business strategy, of their place and their role in the overall ecosystem, and also requires the 1,700 people to think, act, behave differently. So we were the advisor to think about what would the digital strategy be for them for 2020, especially as it relates to the different ministries, the government agencies, and also the external world and the public. And then how do we move 1,700 people on the transformation of the culture to get from old government agency to transformative tech organization? So we were working with them for 8 months to actually do that. So that's the type of work that we would do in transformation design. And sometimes we might even design the physical office and space, working with architect partners to do that. So we've done several projects like that at Singapore Airlines, with the Housing Development Board, have won awards to look at the holistic design of an experience. So I think on the technical side, you have to just practice. You just have to design. And you have to be open to getting lots and lots of feedback from people and not take things so personally. So I think sometimes, where design and art, right, is a bit different. I think in design, you're solving a problem for someone. And when you get so tied to your design and you're not open to getting feedback and you take it personally, it's very difficult to grow as a designer. So I think that's a very critical component, to be open to constructive feedback. The other thing is actually you want to experience different things and get exposure. And you want to get inspiration from many different places. So with our design teams, we actually force our designers to learn a bit of business strategy and leadership, because I think it helps them to be a better designer. Programming is exactly the same, because ultimately you're designing and programming for human beings. And the more you can think across and solve the problem from multiple lenses, the more sophisticated and elegant your solution will be. Oh, absolutely. If I were younger, I think I would take up some programming. I think it's a basic skill. So just like math and science and English used to be basic skills, well, I think programming is a basic skill. I think programming and design are actually basic skills now. That it's no longer a nice to have, it's a must have. And I think in the future it will become just assumed that everyone knows how to do it.